my bosses. Now, over here, step 1, write the symbol. Just think of the table, look at the symbol, write it down on the paper. Then figure out the valence electrons you just wrote down. Chlorine is in the 17th column, which is 7 valence electrons, so we're going to have 7 dots. You do your 4 unpaired first, north, south, east, west. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the remaining electrons become paired. I have 3 left in my head. Now I have 0 left. Unpaired electrons can form a bond. There is 1 bond possible. Keep that in my head. I put the other element there. The bond dots should hug their atoms. Notice they're in tight little squares. Each element should have 8 dots, except for hydrogen and helium, which only need 2. And if we then do structural formulas, the shared dots become lines. You don't need to write any dots, at least not in this class. Your college professor may have you write dots. I have seen a couple professors decide that's what they want to do now. Well, do whatever your college professor says. Never argue with them about what your high school teacher said. That is a losing battle. They control your grades. If I controlled your grades, I would allow you to argue, but I do not, when you're in college. So we've got our 2 drawing methods, electron dot and structural, and we can move these pieces whenever. This is an example of them. You can see the electron dot here. I've got bromine and bromine. You can see that the red bromine has 7 dots. The blue bromine has 7 dots. They have 2 dots that are shared between them. If I count around my bromines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's great. Both of these bromines are happy. There's 1 line in between them because there's 2 multicolored dots that they share. So 2 shared dots, 1 line. Here you've got hydrogen. Hydrogen only has 2 dots, but it only needs 2 dots, and the chlorine has its normal 8. Again, a single bond between them. Silicon, nitrogen, and hydrogen is a much harder one, as there needs to be 3 bonds between the silicon and the nitrogen, and 1 between the silicon and the hydrogen. It's the only configuration that works. So you get a triple bond and a single. And this is methane, CH4. 1C surrounded by hydrogens, your H's. All right, so there's your electron dot, all dots. There's your structural, lines only.